Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Students Homeopathy and let's learn together. In today's session, we delve into a fundamental principle from Hahnemann's Organon, Aphorism 6. This aphorism defines the mindset and approach that every true homeopath must adopt, the mindset of an unprejudiced observer. The unprejudiced observer, well aware of the futility of transcendental speculations which can receive no confirmation from experience, be his power of penetration ever so great, takes note of nothing in every individual disease except the changes in the health of the body and of the mind, which can be perceived externally by means of the senses. That is to say, he notices only the deviation from the former healthy state of now diseased individual, which are felt by the patient himself, remarked by those around him, and observed by the physician. All these perceptible signs represent the disease in its whole extent. That is, together they form the true and only conceivable portrait of the disease. So now let's break this down to understand better. Hahnemann begins by telling us the physician must be unprejudiced. That means we must approach each case with an open mind, free from theories, diagnosis, and medical dogmas. He specifically warns against transcendental speculations. These are abstract theories or assumed internal causes that cannot be verified by direct experience or observation. No matter how intelligent or sharp a physician is, they must not guess or theorize about the invisible cause of the disease. Instead, focus solely on what can be perceived with the senses. That includes what the patient tells us, that is subjective symptoms. Next, what relatives or attendants observe. And last, what we, the physician, observe directly, means objective signs. The footnote of Aphorism 6 is crucial. Hahnemann is challenging the very foundation of old school medicine. He says, disease, as described in pathology, is just an abstraction. It's a label, a name given to a group of symptoms, not the disease itself. For example, when someone says, you have gastritis, so that's just a name. But what truly matters is, what are you feeling? Are you experiencing burning pain, bloating, nausea, worse at night, better by eating? So those details, the totality of symptoms, that form the only real picture of the disease. In practice, Aphorism 6 tells us to ignore the diagnosis label and focus on the individual. Every person with asthma, for instance, will not receive the same remedy, because what we are treating is not the name of the disease but the symptom totality, the deviation from their healthy state, uniquely expressed by them. This aphorism teaches us to observe the curiosity, compassion, and clarity. Here is the gist of Aphorism 6 from Hahnemann's Organon of Medicine, that is from 5th and 6th edition, in 5 key points. First, totality of symptoms is the only guide. In order to cure, the physician must consider the complete set of observable signs and symptoms in the patient. This totality alone reflects the disease. Second, internal nature is unknown directly. The internal essence or nature of the disease, what he calls the hidden dynamis, cannot be known directly. Third, observables are key. Only what is perceptible to our senses through patient observation and inquiry can be used to understand and treat the disease. Fourth, no speculations or assumptions. Speculative assumptions about the inner nature of the disease, example, what organs are involved, are not reliable guides for treatment. Then fifth, symptoms are the disease expression. The outwardly expressed signs and symptoms are the disease itself, as far as the treatment is concerned. Here are the core principles of Aphorism 6. Be an unbiased observer. Focus only on what can be seen, felt, and heard. Symptoms equal to disease minus the only reality. Avoid invisible causes or speculative diagnosis. treat the individual's unique symptom picture, not a disease name. So now let's see gist of footnotes to Aphorism 6 in 6 points. So first, disease is not a material entity. Hahnemann rejects the idea that diseases are tangible substances or separate beings that hide inside the body. They are not physical objects to be cut out or eliminated like dirt. Second, criticism of mechanical and chemical medicine. He mocks the belief that internal elements are like clogs in plumbing or blockages in tubes, which can be physically cleared or chemically dissolved. Third, vital force is dynamically disturbed. Disease arises from dynamic, that is non-material, changes in the vital force. The disturbance is functional and energetic, not structural or anatomical. Then fourth, invisible changes, no anatomical alteration initially. Early in disease, there is no visible change in organs. Alterations occur only later as consequences, not as the disease itself. Then fifth, sensory perception is the only clue. Since we cannot see the vital force or internal disease directly, our only guide is what we perceive through symptoms, that is, through senses. Then last, healing is equal to removal of totality of symptoms. Once all the observable symptoms are cured, the internal disturbance is gone, even if we never knew what the inner change looked like. Hahnemann gave us more than a system of medicine. He gave us a way of saying. Aphorism 6 is a call to every student and practitioner to observe keenly, remain free of bias, and to always treat the individual, not the label. If this helped clarify the deeper meaning of Aphorism 6, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel Students Homeopathy and hit the bell icon so you never miss a learning update. Thank you so much.